We were gonna head to a tree stand this year, but Rochelle's got a big belly.
How many young lads can say they were in their first bow hunt before they're even born? And since then, it's been a life growing up in the deer woods, witnessing the hunts for giants, and waiting the 12 years that every kid in Saskatchewan has to wait to hunt.
My year to shine.
It's Magnus's first night of the year, first night hunting ever.
Yeah.
But after 12 years, how much longer would he have to wait? How many close calls would there be? So many of us dream of being here, behind a giant whitetail, but getting there is a journey. They say getting there is half the fun, and that couldn't be more true when following and appreciating these incredible deer. We work all year long, scouting, preparing, always learning, largely through trial and error, and sharing what has been learnt with a new generation. And when fall comes, the stage is set, we've done the work, and there's a plan in place. We get to head out knowing that most days will fail, but you go back again and again, knowing that at some point, maybe, just maybe, you'll be able to bring that dream to life. That if you put the time in, and with a bit of luck, you'll get to share a moment in the deer woods with a legend.
Taylor, that is a giant buck. It was well worth it just to watch him step out. Gorgeous deer. That would be the shortest hunt.
That was quick, eh?
He's down right there, buddy.
I'm still shaking.
He is awesome.
We aren't even ready for that. Holy buckets.
Wow, it's an amazing deer.
Whoa, I can't believe it. I think you got a book deer, girl.
You just never know what's going to step out. Beautiful deer.
StealthCam presents Canadian Whitetail, brought to you by Ozonics, undetectable, undeniable. New archery products, hunt with confidence. Monster Meal, attraction, nutrition, results. Muddy, serious gear for serious hunters. Excalibur crossbow, different for a reason. Black Eagle arrows, superior carbon technology. Hunter's specialties, serious hunting tools. Darton archery, for hunters that demand performance. Cold steel knives, anytime, anywhere. Heater bodysuit, #1 in cold weather hunting gear. Rackulator, score your trophy fast, easy, and accurate. Central boiler, outdoor wood furnaces. Boyd's hardwood gun stocks, better with Boyd's. And by StealthCam, the leader in trail cam technology.
Here in Saskatchewan, you have to be 12 years old to hunt, and when you do turn 12, it's a very special year for any kid that wants to hunt, maybe even more special for the parents. However, in Magnus's case, his time in the deer woods started before he was even born.
We were gonna head to a tree stand this year, but Rochelle's got a big belly, so we decided tree stands were out for this year, but we'll get it done in a blind again.
"12 years ago, Rochelle, 6 months pregnant, and me with a broken collarbone and a broken shoulder, still found ourselves at home in the deer woods.
Beauty deer. You smoked him. Is your belly okay?
Yeah, baby's kicking.
And for our unborn son Magnus, he'd just been on his first successful hunt. And since then, it's been a life growing up in the deer woods, and that lifestyle's not been something that we do, rather something that we are.
Huh?
You see a deer?
Mm-hmm.
You see a deer?
Mm-hmm.
You do?
Nope. Deers.
What's in there?
No deer.
No deer.
He sure likes to come, but we've got to work on his scouting abilities and his deer spotting skills. And while maybe not the life for everyone, it's definitely been the life for us.
What do you got?
Snake.
What kind of snake?
A dark snake.
And little did he know at the time, but he had a front row seat, an internship in the scouting and hunting of giants.
Sit still.
And go! And then, and go!
Understanding there's more than just the outdoors, Magnus has several interests from hockey and sports to even hobbies that terrify mom and dad as he whips around an oval at 70 miles an hour since the age of 8. But before or after all these activities, we always ended up in the same place, the outdoors. And I'm even sure he picked up some of my personality along the way.
You don't want to take it home and put it in your room?
No,
Why?
it's a stupid mule deer horn.
Fair enough. Put it down.
But now this year, something special, something new. Magnus could hunt himself. If Magnus had learned anything in the previous 12 years, it was that there's no free rides to a deer, and he spent the summer out with us, as usual, scouting, setting up and planning, but this time in part for his own hunt coming up.
What's going to happen here this fall?
I'll probably shoot one before he does. What?
Taylor said this is her spot.
No, it's not. I heard there's a nice buck here. My year to shine. That's what you think.
And now, after waiting 12 years, finally, his first deer season was here. And as Mag would put it, it was his year to shine.
This segment has been brought to you by the Raculator, the world's best electronic scoring device. Score any antlered or horned game, and even sheds, fast, easy, and accurate with the Raculator. Get yours today at Raculator.com. This segment is brought to you by AAE. Innovation and integrity is in our blood. Quality and dependability is in our products.
With young Magnus's 12-year wait behind him, it was the day before season opener. A day left for practicing and a day left of anticipation before his very first hunt. With the stands ready, his Darton on the mark that left just one last sleepless night before we were headed in. I've long forgotten many things over the years, but one thing that's never far is the memory of walking into the deer woods on my very first hunt, the excitement and the nerves.
It's Magnus's first night of the year, first night hunting ever.
Yeah.
We all get a first day every year, but Magnus gets a first day of his entire life, so been practicing lots, extra lots. He's mostly worried about shooting a bigger deer than Taylor shot for her first deer, but Taylor shot she got pretty lucky on her first deer, so we got a couple spots in mind, and we'll just sit and hunt and see what happens. I'm a little bit concerned because Magnus was in charge of snacks, and I don't think he brought any snacks.
You didn't what?
Shh. Are you gonna see any deer tonight?
Probably.
It's pretty hot and windy. We don't have ultra high expectations, but better than sitting around. Magnus.
What?
Rule 1 of deer hunting is sit still. You don't fidget at all, do you?
Not at all.
With few deer moving early, there's hope. And then there it was, his first buck spotted as the hunter. And after some deliberation, he elects to wait with just one other spiker making its way through in good light. As evening wears down, just at last light, some of the known bucks start to move. Both shooters for Magnus, I'm sure, but we decide to wait for another day and better conditions.
Well, we just got back to the house. We've seen a little velvet buck early on. I was getting worried that you had a pretty terrible guide. We've seen a couple does and fawns, and a little buck came in, and then it was getting a little bit later, and then what happened?
2 nice bucks showed up, and they just trotted away. Never looked at us.
2 really nice buck. Yeah, they. I'm pretty sure either one of them would have been in trouble, and I think you were ready to shoot.
Oh, I was gonna get up and shoot them right there.
But it was a little bit dark, and I was even having a hard time telling if they're in velvet, having a hard time to see if they're in focus, so probably not the best for his first year, but I'm pretty sure that we'll be back.
This segment of Canadian Whitetail is brought to you by OnX Hunt, the most trusted GPS mapping app. Download the OnX Hunt app today. Know where you stand with OnX Hunt. This segment has been brought to you by Darton Archery. In the archery business for over 70 years, Darton is the world's leader in archery technology and innovation. To experience unmatched shootability, versatility, and reliability, visit your local dealer to shoot the new Darton.
Made it back for day 2. Seen a couple nice bucks last night. Everything's different today for weather, so we made a little bit of a change. We haven't hunted this spot in years. Did you learn your lesson? You brought snacks today. What? You said you were bringing the snacks. You told me after school you were bringing snacks. You said so, right?
Snacks or not, a slow start like last night wouldn't be the case today, as minutes into the hunt, a nice buck was on the scene. We knew the deer from the stealth cam, and judging from the vibrations I could feel coming from next to me, I knew it was about to go down. The buck, though, slightly quartered towards us, just needed to move a bit. And when he did, Gus was ready and we were just waiting for one more step. And when he took that step, he turned towards us, taking away Magnus's shot. And continued out to the field with nothing left for us to do than watch Magnus's very first buck walk out of sight. I've never felt worse for my hunter, but at the same time it happens, and we all need to learn it at some point. And the rest of the evening would pass. Magnus would have a nap, but no more deer would come by.
Oh, he's back at the truck. It's a pretty slow night tonight.
Yeah.
You kind of got robbed tonight. We were barely in. Actually, I was just putting my face mask on. I looked up, and that buck was coming. And I said, "There's a pretty nice buck here that you looked at." I said, "That's not the big buck." And what did you say?
I don't care.
He was gonna get shot anyway. So he walked in, and he was almost broadside. He was just quartered towards us a tiny little bit, hey. And then he just kind of turned even more towards us, walked out past the blind and out to the field. So, but especially with the kids, that we always kind of go through making sure everything's perfect, right? Because there's lots of room for error. He wasn't quartered towards us very much, but with a young hunter, we'll wait for broad daylight, perfect broadside, crush him, and one wall, hey?
Yep.
We heard Sister Taylor shot a pretty nice one with Stevie.
First day.
Again, he shot a 180-inch deer last year on the first day. And now she shot a great big 5x5 on her first day, so I guess we better go take a look. But the good thing about not shooting deer tonight means we get to hunt another day.
And what a deer Taylor had landed on her very first day, a true once-in-a-lifetime buck that we'll share on a future episode.
Welcome to this week's Canadian Whitetail Scouting segment. Locate, learn, set up, hunt. Brought to you by Muddy Outdoors.
Kids are just working on this blind. This segment probably would not be for everybody because not everybody has kids, but if you want to get your kids involved in the outdoors, you can't force them, but give them a little bit of ownership in it. Let them pick a spot, even if it's the wrong spot. Let them set up their own spot. The blind might be crooked, the stand might not be right. Check and make sure it's safe and let them hunt it. That's how they learn, and we can teach them all we want, but when you give kids a little bit of ownership to do it themselves, that's when their interest really comes up. So that's your scouting segment for the week. It's not going to help you kill a big deer, but it's going to help you have a lot of fun in the field.
This week's Canadian Whitetail Scouting segment has been brought to you by Muddy Outdoors. Create your own muddy moment. Canadian Whitetail is also brought to you by Pro Expedition Scents and Lures, because it works. Tacticam, share your hunt. OnX Hunt, know where you stand. Hawk, hunt from above or attack from the ground. Conquest Archery Accessories, and by AAE, quality and dependability in all our products. This segment of Canadian Whitetail has been brought to you by Boyd's Hardwood Gun Stocks, the world's largest manufacturer of aftermarket hardwood and laminate stocks. Boyd's offers stocks for over 1,200 firearm models, so you can make every gun better with Boyd's.
Well, September 3rd, day 3. Yesterday was pretty slow. You almost had a chance. But it was pretty slow. It was pretty hot. Today's even hotter. It's 36 degrees right now. Which makes it the hottest day of the year, and it's in September, so it's not feeling that much like fall, but what do you do, right? Are you hot? It's hot. A lot of our friends down south make fun of me complaining about 35 degrees because it is scorching hot. But if you go down south, it's not that hot for them. That's Celsius. I don't know what that is in American. It's hot. But we're acclimatized to winter. It's a lot better than sitting at home, bud.
And again, just seconds after getting settled, this time from the opposite direction, the same buck appears. Again, just needing him to take that one step. And when he does, Magnus begins to draw. And the buck walks off. And while the first time was a good lesson in being patient for everything to be right, but now after day 1 being too dark, day 2 being so close but no shot, and now day 3 today with the buck walking off mid-draw, well, I just felt bad for the young fellow. Magnus would have to continue to wait as we weren't finished seeing deer walk away without getting a shot just yet.
Been having a bit of a grind, eh?
Can you see me bleeding, crying out for someone to see?
He didn't get a shot again. I don't know if I've ever seen that so many times in a row.
However, in the deer woods, patience pays off.
This segment is brought to you by Wild Edge, makers of the ultimate climbing system, the Step Ladder. Safely design your climb in any tree with the most versatile, lightweight, and compact climbing system, the Stepladder. To book your own dream hunt in northern Saskatchewan, contact us at Canadian Whitetail Outfitters. Canadian Whitetail is also brought to you by these fine sponsors. Stay up to date with Dean and the team by following us on Instagram, liking us on Facebook, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. For Canadian Whitetail gear and apparel, information, and newsletters, visit CanadianWhitetailTV.com. For past episodes and never-seen content, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel or search for us wherever you stream.